Hello everyone. My name is Ian Jim, and welcome to IJP Graphics, where anyone can learn many ways to do graphic designing. Today we are going to do a puddle effects in Photoshop. As you can see here, our image itself doesn't have any water on it. The first thing we need to do is to prepare a puddle map. You can basically download puddle maps online or create your own. But I will be attaching my puddle map so that you can use it. Open the puddle map in Photoshop and make a copy on it by pressing Ctrl or Command+A to make a selection, then press Ctrl or Command+C to copy the selection. Then go back to the main work area and add new layer. After go to Filter and select Vanishing Point. In here we are going to make a pattern where we will be embedding the puddle map itself. As you can see here, we already made a pattern where the puddles map will be showing up. You can easily drag the center point of the pattern to expand it and fill all empty spaces of the ground. After finish settling and aligning the patterns, you can now paste the puddle map. But if you wasn't able to copy it, you can come back to puddle map file and make a copy on it. Then go back to the main work area, go to Filter and select Vanishing Point. The pattern will still be there. Press Ctrl or Command+V to paste the puddle map. Drag the puddle map into the pattern and press Ctrl or Command+T to transform it and drag it all the way to edge of the pattern so it will fill all empty areas. After expanding and settling it out, you can now click OK. The next step is making a selection for the puddles. But before that, we need to add a solid color so that we can make a proper selection only for the puddles. And we need to add a curve adjustment to brighten the white area and make a better selection. After go to Channel and press Ctrl or Command and click the RGB thumbnail so that you can make a selection. Then click the mask icon to make a copy and save a selection. Just to be organized, we will select the following layers and group it. And we will rename the folder map. After, you can now hide it. After, duplicate the original layer. This layer will represent as the reflection. Next step is to create a pattern where the reflection will show. You can use a pen tool or the polygon tool to make a selection. After finishing aligning the pattern, hold Ctrl or Command and press Enter to make the selection. Then click the mask icon. Unlink the mask layer from layer and press Ctrl or Command+T to transform the image. Then right-click, select Flip Vertical to invert the image. Align the image to a certain point where it will look like a real reflection of the main image. After, group the reflection layer by pressing Ctrl or Command+G and rename the layer reflection. Select the group layer of the reflection, then go to Select. Click Load Selection and choose Alpha 1 as your default selection. Then the puddle selection will appear. After, click the layer mask icon. As you can see, the reflection is starting to look like a puddle now. But we need to make it more realistic. In the real world, when a puddle is present, the color of the ground and surrounding reflects from the puddle itself. To do that, we need to select the reflection layer and add gradient map. Click the gradient layer icon to see the properties and click the slider to open the color settings. Then go to the work area and press Alt and click to the dark area of the road to sample the color. Make sure that your sample size is 3:3 average. After, click the other slider to open the color settings and go to work area and press Alt and click to the lighter area of the road to sample the color. After, click OK. Then decrease the opacity of the layer to the point that the reflection will slightly desaturated, merging colors from the road, making the puddles looks more realistic. Next step is adding a curve adjustment to incorporate the highlight of the puddles. Drag the point up to brighten and go to blending option by double-clicking the curve layer. To decrease and balance the highlight, you need to press Alt and drag the single slide to the side. After, click OK. After, select the curve layer mask icon. Then press Ctrl or Command+I to invert the mask. Then select the brush tools and decrease the opacity to about 55%. Make sure the foreground color is white. After, brush the areas of the puddles where you would prefer highlight will appear. Next step is to apply blur in the reflection. Select the reflection layer and right-click Select Convert to Smart Object. This will help make an undestructive actions if we able to encounter situations that we need to change the value or remove the action. After go to Filter, select Blur Gallery and click Path Blur. Align the blur towards the road and drag it to incorporate the feathering of blurriness of the puddle reflection. Adjust the sliders and drag it to a point where the blurriness will set as balance, looking more realistic. After finishing, click OK. Next step is to add vibrance to the whole image. Select Vibrance Adjustments and increase the Vibrance and Saturation slider. Make sure that the Vibrance Adjustment layer is on top of Group Reflection layer so the changes will apply to the whole image. We need also to enhance the contrast of the whole image. Select Brightness and Contrast and drag the Contrast slider to increase the contrast of the whole image. To finalize, adjust the value settings to your likeness that best fits your concept of a puddle. After finalizing the settings, this is the final result of our puddle effects. If you want to learn more, please comment down below which project you want me to do next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon. Please support the channel. God bless you all.